What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys could probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you're definitely going to see this one as we're witnessing a major meltdown coming on the set. ABC's The View. We've got The View host Sunny Hostin absolutely losing it as her and the other hosts discuss their presidential candidate. Guys, I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. Just make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it, folks. Check this out.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
I think the other one asking the question is dumber than Kamala, so that's like, she's a dummy. I watched her over the years. That is one dumb woman.
I watched that stupid View where you have these really dumb people. You know, Whoopi Goldberg said, would you participate in a movie? She made some movie on basketball. This was before I ran for politics. She said, oh, you're so great. If you ever ran for president, you'd win. Politics can do strange things to demented people.
Yep.
Now, I've hired Whoopi to work for me as a comedian before this stuff, and a long time ago, and I went. And, you know, I'm not particularly shy about what I hear. Her mouth was so foul. She was so filthy dirty, disgusting. Half the place left. I said I'd never hire her again.
Well, thank you for watching.
Yeah. As it turns out, I was filthy. I was filthy. And stand on that fact. I have always been filthy. And you knew that when you hired me. I headlined, babe, at your casino, which I might have continued to play had you not run it into the ground.
Exactly.
But
This is definitely a stark comparison in contrast to the Melania Trump interview sit down we've seen on Fox News 5. Where is the classiness at? Where no class acts on the set of this show. It is crazy. The comparison, guys, night and day.
Had you not run it into the ground.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
You know, listen, how dumb are you? You hired me 4 times. You can go to William Morris and get the things, because I know you all are going to be looking for it. So talk to William Morris. You hired me 4 times, and you didn't know what you were getting? How dumb are you?
I don't know, guys. Something about the fake, the phoniness of Whoopi just doesn't sit well with me. I mean, we have to really bring ourselves back, take ourselves back, travel to the past, and look at her relationship with Donald Trump back then versus now. I mean, what has changed about Donald Trump versus what has changed with her? You know, Donald Trump has stayed the same course pretty much. If anything, he has grown as a person, whereas this person, Whoopi Goldberg, has become bitter and just nasty. You know, now she hates Donald Trump, whereas in the past she's been saying that she loved him. I mean, you really just don't know with these kind of folk, man. You'll never know who you're gonna get.
How dumb are you?
Look at her.
Go ahead, son.
Go ahead, Sonny, your turn. Well, I have a personal legal note.
Yes.
Donald Trump, I want to thank you for personally telling so many lies and committing so many alleged crimes and providing us with material on a daily basis. You help us do our jobs, and I'm so appreciative.
Oh my, she's finally admitting it, guys. The View literally keeps the lights on over there based on slandering, throwing dirt on Donald Trump's name. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, these guys would not even have a show.
Personally telling so many lies and committing so many alleged crimes and providing us with material on a daily basis. You help us do our jobs, and I'm so appreciative.
She's serious. They're laughing. She's serious.
A former prosecutor and legal expert can become a fixture on a show like this. And again, I'm so grateful. I admit I may not have spent as much time in a courtroom as you have.
The reason why Donald Trump has spent so much, first of all, she should not be proud to be saying that as a former prosecutor. She's saying that she's a legal expert. You wouldn't have been able to tell just based off her takes on this show. I'll say that. But the only reason why Donald Trump has been in court so much is because this guy is running for president right now. If he would have never came out and say he was running this race, he'd have been fine. He would still be a regular private citizen, a former president.
Show like this, and again, I'm so grateful. I admit I may not have spent as much time in a courtroom as you have.
That's a good one.
She burned herself.
I was also recognized with a Special Achievement Award by the Department of Justice. You remember the Department of Justice, right?
She's bragging on a participation trophy, guys, a Special Achievement Award.
By the Department of Justice. You remember the Department of Justice, right? It's the agency that's been pursuing you for decades. And like Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, I've had a history of prosecuting sex offenders.
Uh-oh.
So thank you for keeping people like us in business.
What?
And as for
This is the kind of verbiage that I'd be saying that the lawsuit should be coming right after, guys. Slander, defamation, you know, the way she tries to tarnish a man's character is just, it should be documented. This should be recorded because I've never seen it done like they do it on.
I've had a history of prosecuting sex offenders.
Uh-oh.
So thank you for keeping people like us in business. And as for dumb questions, you're always welcome to come here and answer some. If sitting so close to a prosecutor won't make you nervous. I'll even give you a free View mug. Not to be confused, though, with a mugshot. Because that's your area.
Oh my goodness, that was so pathetic, so lame. Tried to take a jab or a clap back, take that moment to get back at Donald Trump. And I'm just gonna say, how many times did you have to sit in front of the mirror and practice that Sunny Hostin, guys?
The lying, his lying is monumental, as we all know. And even people who are Trump supporters, watch this. Just watch this. This is good.
I have a hard time doing it to them because I'm basically a truthful person, but and frankly,
basically, and I am a natural.
And here they go, getting ready to jump down Donald Trump's throat when they should be checking on their candidates who have been caught in a bundle, a string, a laundry list of lies. I mean, come on now, y'all.
Basically, and I am a natural redhead who's 29 years old. Okay? I mean, the jokes just come so
when
easily.
you listen to him as a whole, I think, again, what Vice President Harris is getting is this groundswell of positivity, of hope, of kind of looking forward. It's such a contrast to the way Donald Trump continues to speak. The New York Times said it best. They said, the former president's speeches have grown darker, harsher, longer, angrier, less focused, more profane, and increasingly fixated on the past. They went through and had a percentage, like this assessment.
Fixated on the past, guys. We're literally speaking about something that happened, what they say, October 8th. This literally happened the other day. Kamala Harris came, sat down, did the interview on The View. Now they're talking about Donald Trump keeps talking about the past. This guy's literally talking about something that happened last week, earlier this week. Actually, like, come on, guys. It just does not make sense. They'll say anything to cover up. Anything at all.
Speeches have grown darker, harsher, longer, angrier, less focused, more profane, and increasingly fixated on the past. They went through and had a percentage, like this assessment of all the things he's doing. One of them is he's using 13% more all or nothing terms, which is actually a sign of advancing age. 69% more swear words, so maybe he likes a little dirty.
Yeah.
But he goes on and
dirty I wasn't. I never grabbed anybody by their genitalia.
Well,
oh
and then
my goodness.
But I think there was a bunch of coverage of the crowd sizes, which I think is why he was so angry when he was talking. There were actually reporters taking pictures of this is when he took the stage.
Sad.
So he was already triggered as that happens. But
Oh my goodness. Here they go. They're trying to do the comparison between Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. I'm going to tell you right now, I think I got a clip pulled up I could show you a link of what a Donald Trump true crowd looks like. All right, you guys, I had to show you guys a little bit of a snippet. This is for my next video, but when they showed that crowd, it really ticked me off. This is what in reality, what a true Donald Trump crowd looks like. I mean, this guy has just got support in droves, man. I can't even tell where he's speaking at. I'm like, there's folks just sitting there hoping they'll be able to hear Donald Trump, let alone they won't be able to see him.
I would urge, I think Vice President Harris said it best. She said, I encourage you to go listen to one of these rallies. It's not in my bubble. I don't see a lot of them until we watch clips of them. But when you read the transcripts, it is some of the most unhinged, incomprehensible things I have ever heard.
And she said people started leaving and got bored.
And I do want to do just a quick fact check, because Trump actually is one of the people who has a filthier mouth than Whoopi Goldberg. He says words every other word when he's not on television and trained himself to do otherwise. But also he called you a loser. And I would just note, you're an EGOT. He lost the last election and can't admit it. Calling you dumb, he does not have a law degree. You do.
That's true.
But listen, he's triggered
His
by women.
professor said he was the dumbest student he ever had.
Yeah.
Here they go, man. They bringing up the most irrelevant, invalid things ever. Alyssa Farrah Griffin saying Donald Trump's the loser because he lost the last election. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, the dude's 1-1. He went up the last time before that. He won. He went up again, trying to go. He lost. He's 1-1. This guy has served a term. He lost one election. I mean, he's not a loser in my book. That's someone who's willing to go up to the challenge, go up to bat. Just doesn't make sense.
That's true. But listen, he's triggered by women.
His professor said he was the dumbest student he ever had.
Yeah.
He's always been triggered by women when they call him out.
Yeah.
It's why he has such a challenge with women in this election, and why I think they're going to be a deciding factor in when he loses.
Yeah.
And there's a reason his campaign doesn't want him to keep doing these rallies. He can't fill them the way that he used to, but they also hurt him, because the more people hear the crazy, the meanness, the name calling, they're just over it. It's exhausting. It's not what
They
we want
average
from the president.
82 minutes compared to 45 minutes in 2016. They're tracing like with numbers and statistics his decline. It's
Well,
They're also
talking-
going after Kamala, because on this show, she said that she would not do anything different from Biden. Watch the ads. There's a lot of that.
But you know
I'd just like to say, inflation is slowing down, and the job numbers are through the roof, and so is the stock market.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Joy Behar, Sonny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, all of them guys on that rowdy crew. It just seems like the Trump derangement syndrome runs very thoroughly through that set of that show. Where in America is inflation down? Where are we seeing that prices are starting to come down? We're returning back to normalcy. What we had before, Biden, Harris presidency. It just does not make sense what America these folks are living in. You would literally think they live in a glass bubble, the way they speak about or speak so highly about, the Harris Walls campaign, because you may not like or think what Donald Trump is saying is nice, but if you really sit back and think about, reflect on his agenda, his plans for the American people, you can see, pushing your feelings, all the feelings aside, you could see all the facts in front of you that Donald Trump is the man. He's definitely going to be, miles ahead of what Harris Walls can do, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. The Rowdy Crew on The View back at it again, trashing Donald Trump's name, guys. Hop in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one. We